Hello, and welcome, everyone. Today, we're diving deep into a story of international intrigue, high-stakes debate, and what some are calling a deliberate sabotage at one of the world's most prestigious institutions, the Oxford Union. A highly anticipated debate set to tackle the motion. The House believes that India's response to Pakistan as a populist strategy sold as security policy collapsed into a vortex of public accusations and conflicting stories just hours before it was scheduled to begin. So, what really happened? Did the Indian side withdraw, as Pakistan claims? Or was it, as Indian Speaker J Sai Deepak alleges, a carefully orchestrated Pakistani gambit to avoid a face-to-face confrontation? Let's unpack the drama that unfolded at Oxford. The story begins with the debate's controversial motion itself, questioning the very foundation of India's security policy towards Pakistan. The Oxford Union, known for its rigorous intellectual jousts, had lined up what was expected to be a powerhouse event. However, the first signs of trouble emerged just 2 days before the debate. Scheduled for November 27th, the original high-profile speakers for the Indian side, former Chief of Army Staff General Naravane and Dr. Subramanian Swamy, had to pull out due to unavoidable commitments. This last-minute change sent the organizers scrambling for replacements. Stepping into the breach was J Sai Deepak, a prominent lawyer known for his strong nationalist stance. Despite the incredibly short notice, he was ready to argue India's case. He quickly worked to assemble a new team, successfully bringing on board Manu and pundit Satish K. Sharma, both based in the UK, to ensure India's voice would be heard. The stage was seemingly set, the new team was prepared, and the intellectual battle was back on track. Or so it seemed. This is where the story takes a sharp and dramatic turn. On the very day of the debate, just hours before it was set to commence, the entire event fell apart. At 3:13 p.m., Sai Deepak received a stunning phone call. He was informed that the Pakistani delegation, which included high-profile figures like former Minister of State for Foreign Affairs Naravane and Dr. and Defense Minister Khawaja Muhammad Asif, had not yet landed in London. Based on this information, and with the debate's start time looming, the Indian team made the logical decision to abandon their journey to Oxford. After all, you can't have a debate without an opposing side present. Not only had they landed, but they were reportedly already checked into a hotel in Oxford itself. This is where Sai Deepak launched a blistering attack, not just on the Pakistani delegation but on the Oxford Union's leadership as well. He took to the social media platform X to share his detailed account of the events. He accused the Pakistani side of deserting the battlefield even before the battle begins, suggesting they lacked the courage to face a live, unscripted debate. He didn't pull any punches, implying that they preferred a walkover to an actual intellectual contest. Deepak also raised serious questions about the impartiality of the Oxford Union itself. He pointed out that key leadership positions within the Union were held by individuals with direct ties to Pakistan. He specifically named the Oxford Union president, Musa Harai, whom he identified as the son of Pakistan's Minister of Defense Production, and the treasurer, Raza Nazar. Deepak's implication was clear. He believed the union's leadership was compromised, allowing the institution's reputation to be dragged in muck and used as a mouthpiece for the Pakistan High Commission. Naturally, the Pakistani side offered a completely different version of events. The Pakistan High Commission in London released an official statement. It expressed regret that the Indian delegation, which they noted initially included General Naravane, Dr. Swamy, and Sachin Pilot, had withdrawn at the last minute. Their statement framed the situation as the Indian side backing out, thereby handing a walkover to the Pakistani team. They spun the narrative to suggest that India's withdrawal showed a lack of confidence in defending its own security policies in what they called a neutral and intellectually rigorous debate. India's speaker says they were misled into believing the Pakistani team hadn't arrived, only to find out they were already in Oxford, calling it a deliberate ploy to avoid the debate. Pakistan's official statement claims India simply withdrew, effectively forfeiting the contest. The controversy didn't stay confined to the participants. Indian politician Priyanka Chaturvedi, a lawmaker from the Shiv Sena (UBT) party, chimed in on social media. She took a clear shot at the Pakistani side, tweeting, "Pakistan is crying again over an Oxford Union debate. This is for the record. Once again, they have proved to be liars. Expecting any better from them was not even on my list." Her comment amplified the Indian perspective that this was a case of deception, not withdrawal. Let's try to piece this puzzle together. The timeline is crucial. The Indian team was told at 3:13 p.m. that the Pakistani delegation hadn't landed. Based on this, they cancelled their travel to Oxford. Later, they learned the delegation was allegedly already in Oxford. If this timeline is accurate, it paints a picture not of an Indian withdrawal, but of a situation where they were given false information that led them to believe the event was logistically impossible. J Sai Deepak's detailed account on X directly and forcefully contradicts the statement from the Pakistan High Commission. He essentially accused them of orchestrating a farce. He argued that after the initial high-profile Indian speakers pulled out, the Pakistani side might have expected an easy win or a less challenging debate. When a new, determined Indian team was quickly assembled, Deepak suggests, the Pakistani side got cold feet and engineered a situation to avoid the debate while trying to frame India for its collapse. This incident raises broader questions about the role of prestigious academic platforms like the Oxford Union in hosting politically charged debates. Are they neutral arbiters of intellectual discourse, or can they be influenced by the political connections of their student leaders? Sai Deepak's allegations about the union's leadership being compromised are serious and challenge the very integrity of the institution. He accused them of allowing the union to become a stage for political maneuvering rather than a forum for genuine debate. The fallout from this cancelled event is significant. It has morphed from a debate about security policy into a fierce information war. Played out on social media and through official statements, each side is trying to control the narrative and paint the other as the one who was afraid to show up. For Pakistan, claiming an Indian walkover is a propaganda victory. For India, exposing what they see as a Pakistani gambit is a way to call out a lack of intellectual courage and alleged deceit. The core of the dispute seems to be this: did the Indian team, facing a new lineup, lose its nerve and withdraw? Or was the Pakistani team perhaps unwilling to face an unexpectedly resilient opposition, the one to orchestrate the event's collapse through misinformation? The facts, as presented by Sai Deepak, seem to point towards a calculated move. The crucial piece of evidence is the phone call at 3:13 p.m. Who made that call, and on what authority? And what was the source of their information that the Pakistani delegation had not landed? Unraveling this could reveal whether this was a simple, albeit massive, organizational failure or something more deliberate. Ultimately, the real loser here might be the spirit of open debate itself. An opportunity for a robust, public discussion on a critical issue between India and Pakistan, held at a world-renowned venue, was lost. Instead of an exchange of ideas, we are left with an exchange of accusations. The public, who would have benefited from hearing both sides argued passionately, is left with a messy aftermath of he said, she said. This entire episode serves as a powerful reminder that when it comes to India-Pakistan relations, even an academic debate can become a battleground. The stakes are always high, and the fight for the narrative is just as intense as any policy disagreement. The Oxford Union debate that never was has become a case study in modern political maneuvering, where avoiding the battle can be spun as a victory, and the truth becomes the first casualty. What do you think happened? Was it a strategic retreat or a deliberate sabotage? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching. If you found this breakdown insightful, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive. See you next time.